Hey, what's going on, y'all? I entitled this one today, uh, like, do we really only depend on God when stuff hit the fan, or just sometimes? You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us, we depend on Him sometimes, and we try to put a lot of stuff in front of God. Like when you stressed out, some of us smoke, some of us drink, some of us turn to other drugs, some of us turn to sex, some of us turn to working extra harder, chasing after a bag. We turn towards so many things, and then we start putting our trust in mankind, putting our trust in those things and not putting our trust in God. But God just wants to be the forefront of all of our lives. He wants to be the forefront of everything in your life. Whatever it is that you're going through, put God in the front of it. If you're going through a bad breakup, a bad marriage, or whatever it is, God says, put me in front of it and I'll do it. You just step out of the way. A lot of times we in the way. If it's meant to be, then it will be revealed. Whatever God has for you, it will be revealed to you. But you got to get out of the way and let God do it. And I think that's what a lot of us do. Sometimes we get in the way. We get in the way all the time and try to do it on our own, but we can't do nothing on our own. We try all the time. Like David tried to do it on his own, but only God could fix everything up the way that he did for David. Only God can do that. Not only that, Hosea, Hosea, he tried so hard. Like he tried to stay away from the woman. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was telling him to stay away from the woman, but he kept going back because God told him that was his wife. He told him, I'm married to the backslider. I'm married to Israel. God is married to Israel, the backslider. Us that be messing up, us that be going through stuff all the time, because we always trying to put something else in the forefront. We always trying to put something else before God. Even in Egypt, like in Egypt, when they came out of Egypt and they went into the wilderness, they put stuff before God. They was putting stuff before God, and God had just blessed them. God had just saved them from the terrors of the Egyptians, saved them from Pharaoh and them. And they didn't got all this deliverance. Ain't nobody been killed or none of this. And they in this place and they put this before God. God is like, that just made me mad. Like, I just did everything for them. And all of a sudden now they want to start doing all of this stuff that they slave masters have taught them. Think about where smoking came from. It was put on the television. Now I'm saying that because I smoked. I smoke blacks, I smoke weed, I smoke cigarettes sometimes. I used to do that stuff. And it's been hard to put down. Drinking, I done been drunk before. Listen, this stuff be hard to put down because sometimes when you're going through something or you just having fun or whatever it is, you don't even understand, like, you have put something before God. You have made it an idol. We've made a lot of stuff some idols. We've even made people idols. We've made our cars idols, our houses idols. Everything is like idolatry right now because we put it before God. We don't put God before it. We put it before God. Like, ask yourself, do you get up in the morning? Do you pray first? Do you thank the Father before you go to work? Do you pray over your car? Do you thank Him for it? Thank Him for everything He's blessed you with. Do you even sit down and talk with Him? Or do you just always on the go, go, go? Always taking care of your kids, always taking care of other people. You got to let God do it. Only God can do that. We ain't that strong enough to do it on our own cognizance, our own power. It's got to be the power of the Most High God inside of you to be able to do that. That's the only way that'll happen. He'll make your enemies your footstool. Won't no hurt, harm, or danger come towards you. The weapon will be formed, but it won't prosper. They won't be able to take you out. David took out armies, folks that he wasn't even supposed to take out on his own. That was the power, the presence of the Lord in him. How he got the kingdom, how he married Bathsheba, had King Solomon, and also he's the father of Daniel. Like, man, did I say Daniel? I think I meant, yeah, that's what I meant. But I'm just telling y'all, man, like, We got to start putting we got to start putting God before everything. God over everything, over your money, over your finances, over your kids, over your husband, over your wife, over your job, over your mama, over your daddy. You got to put God over that. Like when you wake up in the morning, we should be teaching our kids, hey, pray to God. Thank God. Thank him. Just bask in his presence just for a little bit. He ain't asking for a whole lot of time. He just asking for you to just put him at the forefront. Before you take a step, put God in front of it. Before you turn that ignition, put God in front of it. Before you meet up with that man, put God in front of it. Before you meet up with that woman, put God in front of it. Before you smoke that cigarette, put God in front of it. Before you smoke that weed, put God in front of it. Before you drink that alcohol, now I'm not condoning all that. I'm just telling y'all, put God at the forefront of it so God can show you what's for you and what's not for you, so you can get that wisdom, that knowledge, and that understanding. We all need that. Like I said yesterday, we all going through something, man. But we need to focus on the one that can calm the storm. And that's the Most High. That's God. Christ showed us that way. He showed us the way. Put the Father above all. We need to put the Father back in schools. We need to put the fathers back in the Father back in jobs. We need to put them back. We need to put the Father back in it. Fathers, step up. Step up. Stop sitting around being idle. Stop letting stuff just lie dormant. Stop letting the enemy inside your household. Take back what's rightfully yours. Take dominion over it. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't, because God can and God will. But you give it to him and you let him do the fighting for you. You let him do it and watch how it works. I'm ready for it. I hope you're ready for it. Shalwam, kings and queens, brothers and sisters. That means peace be unto you. I love y'all. Blessings to y'all. Knowledge.